you asked and I listened. Let's go over how I curl my hair with a curling iron. So a lot of you asked what I put in this fine hair when it's wet. The first thing that I put in my hair after I shower is Head Candy's Third Wheel. There's like hardly any left. I use this every time I shower and wash my hair. I even use it some days in between to kind of brush out some of the tangles and all that good stuff. It's a heat protectant. It's got protein in it. It is amazing. Detangler, all the things. This is what I put in. I sometimes spray it in my hands and sometimes spray it in my hair. Less is more with this, okay? Then I also use the Gal Pal Mousse. This mousse is awesome because it has a tilted nozzle. So when I put it in my hair, I can really kind of focus where I want this. I just spray it a little bit in here, usually on this side, and then in the back of my crown. When I dry my hair, I do not do anything fancy at all. I pretty much let my hair dry a little bit, like 50 to 75%. And then I take my blow dryer, I flip my hair upside down, and I dry. That's it. Then I get out. I have a lot of layers in my hair. You guys know this, lots of layers. Brush it out really good. What I'm gonna do today is just show you how I like to get kind of a full body curl in my hair. So today I washed my hair. Since I washed my hair, I did put those two products in it. I have nothing else in my hair now after it is dry. When I curl my hair on day one, I always like to prep it with a little bit of a hairspray. So I'm gonna take Head Candy's Passive Aggressive and just do a very, very light layer of that. You don't need a lot. I can still move my hands in it. I can still move it around. It's not gonna get stuck. It's not leaving any residue. It's not gonna hurt my hair on my iron. So I always pretty much curl my hair to a center part. So I am going to pull my hair half up. I'm gonna separate this section, clip this hair out of the way, and then I'm gonna pull this hair in the back in half. Now, when I do my curling iron, this is set at 370. 370 is more than hot enough, especially for my fine, thin hair. Don't get too hot. Unless your hair is really hard to curl, don't worry about getting a really high heat setting. You can always bump your curling iron up. This iron is a 25 millimeter, so it is the equivalent of a 1-inch barrel. It's infrared heating on here. I'll link all of the stuff that I use today. So I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna start on the side. These pieces around my face have the shortest framing. So I like to take these pieces. When I'm holding my iron, I'm gonna hold it pretty much straight up. I'm gonna wrap one good wrap around the iron, and then I'm gonna let loose with the thumb grip. I'm not gonna let my hair sit on the iron very long, and when I'm pulling the thumb grip open, I'm kind of just pulling out. That way, the iron is touching all of my hair. I'm getting that shine, but I'm not getting a really bouncy curl at the end. I like to have a lot of the curl in my mid strand, and then my ends a little bit straighter. So I'm gonna kind of go around my hair, and I'm gonna take, this is too wide of a section. So when I like to do my sections, I like to do them like this. So I separated that piece in half. I'm gonna do this piece back. So I'm doing really one full curl on my hair, letting it sit, and then I'm just kind of dragging the iron out, okay? I know it looks kind of goofy, but once you do it, it really is not that hard. Now, when I get to these bottom pieces, I'm gonna kind of alternate which way I'm going. So the front pieces I curl back, then some of these I go back and forth. If you forget to go back or forth, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. All right, now that side is curled, I'm gonna do the exact same thing on this side of my head. I always start with the front pieces. I don't know why. You can start with the back or whatever you feel comfortable with. So these pieces, and around my face, I'm gonna kind of pull down on this. I don't want a really tight curl. I really want the tightest curl to kind of be at my cheekbone. So if your hair is hard to curl or it's longer than mine and you want a tighter curl, you can kind of cup the curl in your hands and leave it in there until it's cooled. If you get a curl that's too tight and you know it as soon as it comes out of the iron, pull it down for a second. Okay, there we have it. So I have a curl that's got some body on the inside. It's not too tight and curly on the ends. I'm gonna leave this hair alone and let it cool. I am gonna pull this top part down. Now these pieces are a lot shorter. These are the shortest layers on my head. So I don't wanna get a really, really tight curl in the mid, but I don't wanna also have a really tight curl here. So I'm gonna kind of pull straight down when I get to these pieces. If you have longer hair, you can kind of keep doing how I did the first pieces. If you have short hair like these guys in the front, I'm gonna show you, that's all we do. It sits on my iron and then I pretty much take it right off. A lot of these pieces I'm gonna focus going back just because I want them away from my face. So I'm still doing one nice wrap and then I'm pretty much pulling straight down. So you can see I have kind of a looser curl at my ends, or really kind of a straighter curl, I guess you could say. So, go. Now, I like to hold my curl kind of in the back area, or really in my crown. I like to hold it kind of straight up because you can see where it's gonna give me the most body. It's gonna give me the most body where that iron pretty much laid. That's gonna give you the most body and the most volume. Now I'm gonna do the same thing, going around the head, just doing one good wrap, and then I'm gonna kind of pull that one out how I was earlier. Now, if you don't have all that much hair, or you don't have the time in the morning to separate your hair, it's okay. It's all right. You can curl your hair. I curl my hair a lot without sectioning it. It's all about ease. It's all about quick. I totally get it. So I'm focusing a lot of the volume on the front or on the top here, and then pulling kind of out. So you can see I have some nice body in the middle, but not too much curl on the ends. Now this is the only time that I flip my iron, and I'm just gonna go really quick, just like I did on this other side. I really want just a really loose wave. I gotta redo that one. So I'm doing a really loose wave, really quick, just like I did on this side. Since these are like my bangs, I don't wanna have a really tight curl there. I'm gonna turn this off. Great thing about this iron in particular is it has a 60-second heat up time, 60-minute shut off. So if you forget, you're in a rush and you have to get out the door and you forget to turn it off, it shuts off on its own. So now once my hair is completely cool, that is also the thing. So this might be a good time to put on your makeup. This might be a good time to get dressed. This might be a good time to brush your teeth. So I let my hair cool. If your hair is hard to hold a curl, now would be a good time to do another spray of a light hairspray. Any light hairspray will do. I use Head Candy's Passive Aggressive. So we'll let that sit on my hair for just a minute. Now I said in the beginning, when I curl my hair, I usually curl it to the center, no matter what side I go to. After I relax it with my fingers, I kind of get an idea of what my hair is gonna do. Sometimes we just go with it, it's easier. So once your hair is cooled, I like to take my fingers, I don't have to get a brush or anything, and I like to work from underneath my hair. So I like to kind of move my hair around, let it do its thing. As you can see already, look at the body I'm getting in this side. It's crazy, right? So we're gonna do the same over here, and I am gonna kind of flip and see if it wants to work with me today here. So I've been kind of going with an exaggerated part a little bit, and I like to tuck behind my ear. So you can see all of the body, all of the volume, all of the shine. It just kind of works. And all I really did was take my finger and flip it to the side. Now, this is time that if you want to use any kind of texture spray, this is great. The Airhead Texture Spray from Head Candy, I like to use. I'm running really low, so I'm doing several sprays. Usually one spray on a new bottle is just fine, but you can see it's a liquid. I like to spray it in my hands and then kind of work it through my hair. Fine hair, you wanna be careful because it does come out wet. So I just like to be more in control of where my products go, and I really like to focus on my ends first. That way, I'm not getting it on my scalp and it's not really greasy. It doesn't weigh my hair down. The last thing that I love from Head Candy is their Drama Queen. So their Drama Queen is like back comb in a bottle. This is great for fine haired girls. I'm going to show you where I put it. I like to section my hair off the side of my section. This bottle is running low. 1 pump normally is sufficient. I don't even have another one down here, but I'm going to put it in there, and then really what it's going to do is create this really great grit almost and body that I can kind of manipulate throughout the day, but you can see all of the amazing body. So I'm going to go in the back of my part. I like to go underneath because it is white. So if you get carried away, it's not right in the center of your hair or right in the part of your hair, so you don't have any white residue. Okay, so that's the second place I like to put it. And then lastly, I like to put it on the other side of my part. Normally 1 pump, like I said, 1 pump of a new bottle is all you need. But you guys, that is how I get a really nice full curl out of this hair. I like to part, I like to tuck it behind my ears. I like to kind of tuck them both. You've seen on my reels, I like to pull my hair half up a lot. One of the things that I can do without having to put more product in my hair is, let's say it's really nice and full right here, but the ends are looking kind of puny. One thing that you can do is take any kind of wide tooth comb or pick. You can grab your pieces and kind of back comb a little bit. It's gonna give you a little extra body without looking too crazy. So you can kind of pick and choose those pieces. You can do it around your face, but that is how I curl my hair with a curling iron. If you guys are interested at all about learning about the products that I used or the tools, comment hair and I will send you the link.